here I am going to explain the first Java program. You can say hello world program in Java. Okay. Now see, we know that whenever we write any Java program, whatever that should be enclosed in a class. Okay, that's why first we have to create class. Here import statement I am not using. Import statement is just like a hash include statement in C or C++. Hash include we used to include header files in our program. Instead of header files, Java is having packages, and to use packages we have to use import statement. But java.lang package is by default imported. That's why no need to import that. Here our purpose is only display hello world message onto the output screen. That's why we will not use here import statement, no need. Okay, whenever we will use that scanner class or any other collections like array list or anything, as per that we will import those classes, means those packages and those classes in our program. And for that we have to use import statement, that we will see later in some examples. Okay, and again what is import statement, that I am going to explain in that Java program structure. Okay, but here in this program we are going to just display hello world message onto the output screen. That's why no need to import anything. Otherwise import statement is the first statement. Next, while doing programs in C, C++, we have seen we have to first write comment. Comment is nothing but actually that is a documentation section. Comment is a part of a program that is ignored by the compiler while translation. Means if you want to give any documentation about that program, then you can write comment. For that there are basically three types of comments in Java. First, single line comment, just like C, C++. Multi-line style again same. And there is one more comment style that is documentation comment, that we can use to specify documentation about that program. Getting? Here we can use either documentation comment or multi-line comment, anything for giving documentation, but prefer that documentation comment style because Java has given that specially. Okay, now how the documentation comment style, /**. In this way documentation comment is starting, and here whatever any number of lines you can write, whatever documentation about that program you can write here. Documentation that specifies just program title, programmer's name, program creation date, anything you can write about that program. Okay, here we can write just a title of that program. Okay, title is here Java program to display hello world. That's it. See, closing is just like multi-line comment style. There is only one change, that you have to put one more star here. Nothing is different. Okay. Now see, here first statement is always an import statement, but in this program there is no need to import anything. Then next one is a class statement. We have to write class keyword. Class is a keyword that we will use to create class, just like C++ again. Okay, class, then we have to give here class name. Here initially I am giving name class test. This you can give any name here, class program 1, class test, class sample, anything as per your choice. Now next, here opening brace, closing brace. Again see, Java is again a free form language. Free form, what is the meaning of free form language? Free form means this brace you can write over here again. No problem will be there. You can give any number of spaces here and then you can put this. Means it doesn't matter how many spaces you are giving in between different tokens. Okay, we know the token concept. Again I am going to explain in Java also. Now see here, put this brace. Just write program that such that it should be readable. It should, means you can easily maintain, you can easily read that program. In that way you have to write program. That's why we will place this brace here, closing brace here in the same line. Then we will put other statements by placing some indent here. Indent means some space, and it will be helpful to you to learn Python language. Okay. If you are using any IDE like NetBeans, Eclipse, then automatically that IDE will do everything. But just try to write programs in Notepad first and then go for that IDE. Now see next, class test, this is the name of a class. Next here main method we are writing, because no need to declare any member, means data member here. Data member is not needed here. Our aim is to just display hello world message, that we have to write in main method. Now main method how to write? Here again main method is a starting point of execution. Again same thing. Now see here we have to write main method in this way, public. I am going to explain meaning of each and every word. Don't worry. Public static void, then write main, everything in small case letter. Okay, then place a round bracket, then string, S should be capital, because string is a inbuilt class, okay, in Java. That is just like a data type. Okay, in C we have to use that character array, but here no need to use character array. Here string is by default given by Java language, that we can use to create string. Okay, now string here args, then put this square bracket. This square bracket you can put here again or here, any way you can use that. Okay, because if you are going to declare any array, there are two styles in Java. You can place this square bracket here or here, anywhere. Okay, now next here place again curly brace. Now only one statement, that is just like if you are doing this program in C++, then in main you will write only one statement, that is cout hello world. Okay, here instead of that cout, or in case of C we use that printf. Here we have to use system.out.println. Either you can write print or you can write println. There are some differences in between those two functions, that is actually a method. Okay, now here we have to write like system.out.println. Now just like a function, we are just calling that method. Println is a method. Okay, whenever we are calling any method, then we have to put round bracket and we have to pass argument to that method. Again same thing. Okay, here we have to write that hello world, then semicolon. In case of Java, semicolon indicates the end of statement. Okay, now close. Now if C you are using here 1, 2, 3, if you are putting multiple semicolons, then Java will not give you any error, because semicolon is considered as an empty statement in Java. Empty statement means nothing written inside that. You can put any number of semicolon. No any error. You will not get any type of error. Okay. Here also you can place any number of semicolons, but no need. Only one semicolon. This will indicate that this is the end of this statement. Getting? Now next we have to close this. That's it. This is only the first Java program to display hello world message. Okay. In C++ there is a rule that at the end of class you have to compulsory put semicolon. In Java that semicolon is optional. You can place, you cannot place, no problem will be there. Okay, there is no need to place that semicolon at the end of class in case of Java, but if you are putting that semicolon, then no problem, it will not raise any type of error. Getting? Now next point. See, first here we have written like this, title Java program to display hello world. This line will be skipped by the compiler at the time of translation. Means whenever that bytecode is going to be generated. First we write this program, then we save that program. One more thing you have to keep in mind, that whatever name of that class, that should be the name of program. But our Java program can have any number of classes. One Java program can have any number of classes. The class that is having main method, that class, whatever here we have written test, that class name we have to use for program name. Getting? Our program can have any number of classes. Our program can have any number of classes, but the class having main method, that class name we have to give to program name. If we are not giving test name to this Java program, then no any error will be generated. No error. But you can compile this Java program very easily, but you cannot execute that Java program using that name, any other name if you are giving. See, I am going to explain all the details one by one. Don't worry about that. But see here first, I am going to explain this part. First, class test. See, we have to save this file or this program using test.java. Here I am putting comment like test.java. See, you cannot use here small t. Why? Because if you are using here capital T, here you are using here small t, then these two are differentiated. You will not get error. Java is again a case sensitive language like C and C++. Here compulsory you have to write this public in small case. This P should be small, means all the inbuilt keywords, means whatever keywords, those are all in small case letters. Okay, but classes, this class string is a class, this is a name given to inbuilt class, this is called as a predefined identifier. This is not a keyword, this is a predefined identifier. Predefined identifier means this is a name given to one class by the language itself. Names given by the programmer to any program element like variable, class, function, that is called as identifier. You know this? Now, if any name given by language itself, then that is a predefined identifier. See, we know in C program, in C++ program, we write like void main. Now, this main is a what? Tell me. Main is a
keyword.
No, this is not a keyword. No, main is not a keyword. Void is a keyword. Main is not a keyword. See, main is a predefined identifier. This is defined by the language, but it is a predefined identifier. It is not a keyword. Always keep in mind. Okay, this main is not a keyword. Next, if I write like this, int main, is it allowed or not? Tell me. It is allowed. Okay, I think I have explained this point. Why? Because main is a name given to a function, predefined function. Here I am declaring a variable having same main name. Okay, no problem, will be there. See, predefined identifiers we can use to give name to variable. Okay, but keywords we cannot use to give name to any variable or any function or any class. Getting? Now this is a predefined identifier. If in C++ you are using this, then you can write just cout main. Just check it out whether there is any error or you are getting 5. Okay, you can use this main. You can give name to the variable. Getting? This is just a pre-declared function and we are defining it. This main is a predefined identifier. Pre-declared function. Pre-declared, and we have to define it. Any doubts? Okay. Now in the same way, here main is again a name of a function and it is a predefined identifier. Okay. Now next, string is again a predefined identifier, name given to a class by the language itself. That is not a keyword. Always remember. Now next, this args, here you can use any name. We are creating here argument array. This is called as a command line argument, but always use same thing here. We can use any name. We can give here any name to this array, but always give name like args. This is a standard name. Okay. Now next, what is the meaning of this public static void main? I am going to explain, but before that, see here we have written system.out.println. This statement is used in Java for displaying something onto the output screen. Okay, now this println is a predefined method. This system is what? System is a class. Now what is this out? Out is a member of that class. Okay, I will explain, don't worry, but this here you will get, because of this statement you will get this hello world message displayed onto the output screen. That's it. Now first we have to save this file using test.java, then we will compile it. After that, class file will be generated. The name will be like test.class, and after that, whenever we will execute that class file, then you will get output like hello world displayed onto the output screen. Getting? Now one by one again I am going to explain what is this and what is this. Okay, any doubts in this? this public static void main. What is the meaning of this statement? Public means this method, whatever method we have written here, the main is a method. Main is a method, it is a function, okay, but it is a function of a class, member function, okay, that's why we have to call it as a method. This main method will be called by JVM. JVM is going to call this main method. That's why it should be compulsory public. Main method should be compulsory public. Why? Because this main method is going to be called by JVM, and to give access to this main method to the JVM, we have to strictly define this as a public. In Java, there are multiple access modifiers. The first is private. Private means not accessible outside that class. Public means accessible everywhere. Then protected, we know that protected is accessible in that class and in its derived class. Okay. And next one is default access specifier, that there is no need to write the default word. If you are not mentioning any access specifier for any member of that class, then by default it will be considered as a default access specifier. In case of C++, we have seen if you are not mentioning, then it will be private. But if you are mentioning, then that access specifier will be given. Here, if you are not mentioning, then by default it will be default access specifier. If any member of a class is having default access specifier, then that member will be accessible only inside that package. Package access is there. Means in one package you can declare any number of classes. In that package you can access that member. Okay, again we will see in depth those concepts, those access modifiers in that classes and objects lesson. Okay, now here public means accessible to everyone. JVM is going to access this method, call this method, because JVM is just like a execution engine. JVM is having that execution engine, and that JVM is going to execute your program. Okay, JVM will execute your class file, your bytecode. Okay, means bytecode will be first converted to machine language and then that will be executed by JVM. Getting that whole responsibility is of JVM. Now see, that's why this main method should be public. The next one is static. Now we have seen this static word in C++. Static data member, static member function. Now tell me what is the difference in that static and non-static method. Static method is not associated with any individual object. It is associated with class. In C++, we have to access that static method using scope resolution operator, class name scope resolution. In Java, the working is same. This main is a static method. Whereas if any method is declared as a static, then there is no need to create object of this class to call this method. This is the meaning of static word, static keyword. Public means access. This method can be accessed to everyone, means anyone can access this method. Outside that class there is access to this method, that is nothing but public. Static means, see, if you want to call any method of a class, then normally we have to create object of that class and then object dot method we normally call. But if any method is a static, then there is no need to create object of that class. Without creating object, that method should be called. Now here JVM is going to call that method. It will not create any object, any instance of that test class. It will directly call that method. That's why you should declare this method as a static. If any method of a class is static, then we have to call that static method using class name dot. No scope resolution here. Okay? Getting? Class name stays dot main. That will be called by JVM. We are not calling this. But if there is any other method which is a static method, then we have to call that method using class name dot. Getting? I am going to explain different variables in Java. In that again I am going to repeat this. Okay. Next means static members, static data members. That part will be covered in variables in Java. Now next, void means this function is not returning anything outside. Then main is a function name. It is a main, that is starting execution point. Okay, now string is a class name. We already discussed about this ARGS. This is a array and this is nothing but a command line argument. While calling or while executing this Java program, we can pass different arguments to that program as a input. Okay, we have seen that command line concept, command line argument in C language. Okay, command line argument int argc and char star argv and array. Okay, means you should know everything that all C concepts, all C++ concept to learn Java. Actually that will be helpful to you. Okay, now that command line argument means whatever arguments you are passing through command prompt, those are called as command line arguments. Okay, means here normally if we are not using any ID, then compulsory we have to call this program, means we have to just execute this program through command prompt. Whenever we are executing that program through command prompt, then we can pass arguments to this main. Okay, now see, those arguments will be stored in this ARGS array. Every one by one, whatever strings you are passing through command prompt, those will be stored inside this ARGS array. This is an array of strings. Means if you are passing like C, test.java, you have to give as a name to this program. How to run this program using command prompt? First we will compile it and it will generate test.class file. After that we have to run that program using through command prompt. If we are running this program like C, here there is a command prompt, any C colon backslash whatever, that is a path of this file. Then we have to write like Java and test. In this way we will just normally execute this program. And after that if we are giving any argument like relate, I am writing here hello 1 2 3 in this way, and then we are pressing let enter key. This is just a command to execute Java program. Here it is not needed, but you can pass command line arguments while executing Java program. This is a one way to give input to Java program. There are multiple ways to give input. This is the first way. You through command prompt you can give input to the Java program. Second is you can use that scanner class. Third is you can use buffered reader class. There are three ways. One by one we will see all these ways. But here I am just explaining about this ARGS. Whenever we will execute this Java program, we will give command to execute this Java program. Then see, it will, this hello and 1 2 3, these two arguments will be stored inside this ARGS. Okay, in case of C, this is again a part of that command line argument, but in case of Java, this is not a part of that command line argument. This is the difference in C and Java in case of command line argument. Getting? Now see, this hello will be stored as a ARGS of 0 and 1 2 3 will be stored as a ARGS of 1 that you can use in this program. That means here while executing that program, you can give command line arguments. That is the input to the program in case of Java. Getting? Any doubts? Now here there is no need to give anything as a command line argument, then this will be blank. Nothing will be there inside that ARGS. But strictly you have to write this while writing main. Okay. Now next, this is how to execute Java program. Again same thing you already know. Is there any doubt in this? Public static void main. Public means this method is accessible outside that class. Static means there is no need to create object of this class while calling this method. Actually JVM is going to execute this method. That's why it should be there like public and static. Okay, because JVM is not responsible to create object of this class before calling this method. It will directly call this method without creation of any object, and that's why we have to compulsory declare this main method as a static. Next one is void, means this method is not returning anything outside. Main is the name of this method and this ARGS is an array of strings. Okay, string is a data type and this will store command line arguments. The next thing is here opening and closing brace. This is nothing but a block. Okay, now here we are writing like system.out.println here hello world. This system class is present in that java.lang package that we are using here, but no need to import that package. Getting? Now next, see, first I am explaining something here. After this explanation you will get exact idea about this statement. Let I have declared one class. Let I have declared one class here. Let class ABC. Now here let one data member is there. The data member is of type writing like string S. Getting? We can write data members as well as methods both in a class, that is a collection of data and functionality together. Here we can declare any static member. Okay, now here static string S is equal to, we can assign initial value also. Let I am assigning here equal to let Java and give semicolon. Now this is one member. Okay, data of this class ABC. Now one method I am writing here. The exact meaning of this system.out.println. For this first I will explain something. Here if you get idea about this, then you will, this is very easy to understand this. Okay, see here class ABC I have declared. In this class ABC, here I have declared one member like static string S. S is a variable of type string and I have declared this as a static. Static means this S I can access using class name dot. Okay, class name dot. Getting? Any method or any data member you can use. If it is static, then you can just access that using dot operator, class name dot operator. Okay, now here I can access this using abc dot s. Getting? Abc dot s. Now here see somewhere else. Suppose I am using like this abc.s.length. This length is a method of string class. String is a inbuilt class. String is a inbuilt class. String is not a basic, like it is not just an integer character. These are just primitive data types. We have already explained in the last lecture that string is a class, only that is a class. Other data types, whatever primitive data types, are not inside any classes, but string is a class, it is a composite data type. Okay, now see string S, suppose we have declared, then I want to find out length of this string. Here in S Java string has stored, we can assign string in Java, no problem. In case of C, C++, we cannot assign direct string to that character array. Equal to, using equal to we cannot assign, but in case of Java we can do that. Here Java is a literal and that is a string literal, that's why we have enclosed in double quotes. Now this ABC class is having this static member. Okay, now how to access static member of that class? Using class name dot. Now class name is ABC and member is S. Now I want to find out length. This length is a function of this string class. Getting? Then I can easily use, because now this abc.s is of type string. abc.s is nothing but this s, and this is of type string. Now string class is having inbuilt functionality, that is you can find number of characters in that string, whatever variable in that string, using length function, length method. Means that class is having one internal method, and that is nothing but a which method? Length method. Now see abc.s.length. In this way we can find length of this string. It will give you value 4. Getting? Now here come. There is a inbuilt class system. Okay, class. Here this class we have created. The string is a inbuilt class. Okay, class system. Now inside that there is a one static member, and that is out. Out is a static member declared inside this system class. And here I am writing out, but what is the data type? Data type is a print stream class. There is a print stream inbuilt class again, and here I have declared one variable as a member of this class, and its data type is a inbuilt string class. In the same way, there is a print stream inbuilt class, and that is the member of this system class. Getting? Print stream. Okay, now this print stream class is having one method, that is println. Getting? Now how we can use that? System is a class name dot out dot println. This is the explanation of this statement. System is a class name. This is a inbuilt class declared in java.lang package. You can say that defined in java. Not only declared, java.lang package. Then out is a member of that class, and that is a static member, compulsory remember, and data type of that static member is a print stream class. Then next one is that print stream class is having one internal method, and that is not a static method. Remember this length, is it static or non-static? Just tell me. This length method, it is non-static. Why? Because we are calling this length method using object dot. Here we have created a variable of string. String is a class. That's why variable of a class is nothing but object. Whatever, any method if we are calling using object dot, then that is of course a non-static method. That's why this is a non-static method of this. In the same way here, this out is an object of this print stream, and that is a member of this system class. And now here out dot println means object dot method. In this way we are calling, and this object is of type print stream. Print stream is having inbuilt non-static method println. One more method is there, print. Both two methods are there, println and print. There are some differences. I am going to explain again that. See, now out dot println in a bracket, whatever we pass as an argument, that will gets displayed onto the output screen. Getting? Any doubts inside that? This print stream class provides functionality to display anything onto the output screen. We have already seen what is stream. Stream, while learning C in C out in C++. Stream is nothing but flow of data or flow of bytes, sequence of bytes. Okay, if that flow is from program to output device, then that is called as output stream. If that flow is from input device to program, that is called as input stream. There is a relation between that output stream and print stream. That for output stream, there is a print stream class. Getting? In Java. Now any doubts in this program? And see, class name normally should be in this way. First character is capital, and this one S is again capital. Others are small, in small case later. There are some naming conventions in Java that you have to just follow. It is always better. That class name always should be capital. First character should be capital. That is a naming convention. No, you will not get error, but you have to follow those naming convention. Here system is the name of a class, that is CS is a capital. Methods are in small case letters. Okay, not all methods. Some methods there may be any like there is a scanner class is having that next int method. In that next int, that I is capital, next is small, n is small.
Scanner says not
because that scanner is a class. Getting? That's why class names, those naming conventions, you'll get idea about those all naming conventions one by one. Means whenever we'll see all the concepts one by one. This is just the explanation of system.out.println. If you want to store this class inside any package, okay, here we have created one class, everything we have done. Now if you want that you want to store this class inside any package, then only one statement you have to write here as a first line, that is a package statement. Here also you can write, or here. Okay, that package statement is before class. Okay, how to write that? Package is a keyword. Package, let I am giving name P1. That's it. You have to write only this statement, and there is a semicolon. If you want that this class should be enclosed inside any package, then you have to just write package and you can give any name. Okay, and give semicolon. That's it. Now after that you can compile and run. Automatically that package will be created for again there is some differences are there. How to package is nothing but a collection of classes. Means if you want that, you see, if you have not written here this statement, then by default there is a default package.
Yes.
Inside that all classes will go automatically. Okay, actually there is no need always to, if you are doing practice, then no need to write that package statement. Okay, but if you want to group together similar kind of classes, then package is used.